You know, every time you click save or snap a photo, that file has to go somewhere. It feels a little bit like magic, doesn't it? Like it's all just floating around in the cloud. But it's not. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most incredible and maybe overlooked pieces of tech you own, the hard drive. We're going to uncover the secrets of how it stores your entire digital life.
So let's just stop and think about that for a second. All your photos, all your music, all your important documents, they feel so intangible, but every single one of them has a physical home. So the big question is, where do these memories actually live? And the answer is right here, the hard disk drive, or HDD for short. You can think of it as the main filing cabinet for your computer. It's the physical place that holds literally everything, from the operating system that makes your computer boot up to that goofy meme you saved last week.
All right, so let's crack open this digital filing cabinet, because what's inside isn't just some boring box. Oh no, it's a true marvel of mechanical precision that we all rely on every single day, most of the time without giving it a second thought.
And really, that is the wildest part, isn't it? This unassuming metal box somehow creates a bridge between our abstract digital world of ones and zeros and the very real physical world. So what kind of machine is actually humming away in there?
Well, to find out, we have to go inside. Let's do a little virtual teardown, break down the anatomy of a hard drive, and meet the key components that make this whole operation possible.
What you're looking at is basically a miniature mechanical ballet. At the heart of it all are these beautiful mirrored discs called platters. That's where your data actually lives. Then you've got the actuator arm, which swings a tiny read-write head across them with just unbelievable precision. A central spindle spins those platters thousands of times a minute, and the whole show is run by the circuit board, the electronic brain that makes sure everything happens exactly when it's supposed to.
Yeah, this quote here really nails it. The heart and soul of the drive are those platters. These aren't just any old discs. They are perfectly smooth, often made of glass or aluminum, and they're coated with this incredibly thin magnetic film. That magnetic surface is the canvas where your entire digital life gets painted. Now, this is where the engineering just gets mind-blowing. That read-write head, it never, ever actually touches the platter while it's spinning. It flies over the surface on a cushion of air that's thinner than a human hair. I mean, to put that into perspective, it's like flying a jumbo jet just a few feet off the ground at top speed. It's an incredible feat of precision. Okay, so we've got spinning platters and a flying arm. Super cool. But how does all that physical movement actually become your photos, your videos, your files? Let's get to the real magic trick, how magnetism becomes data.
The whole process is really like a three-step dance. First, those platters spin up to a constant, incredibly high speed. Consistency is absolutely everything. Second, the actuator arm snaps the head into position over the exact track where the data needs to go, a space that's unimaginably tiny. And finally, the head itself sends out these tiny magnetic pulses, flipping the magnetic particles on the platter's surface to represent the ones and zeros that make up your file.
And when we talk about high speed, we really mean it. A typical hard drive in your desktop computer is spinning its platters at 7,200 revolutions per minute. Just try to wrap your head around that. That's 120 rotations every single second, all while that tiny little head is trying to read and write data with perfect accuracy. It's just wild. And right here, this is the crucial link. Every single file on your computer, at its most basic level, is just a long string of ones and zeros. The hard drive's entire job is to translate that binary code into a physical pattern. A spot that's magnetized becomes a 1, a spot that isn't becomes a 0. It is literally a physical language for our digital world. Of course, you can't really talk about this mechanical marvel without bringing up its modern, all-electronic rival, the solid-state drive, or SSD. And that brings us to the big showdown. In a world full of super-fast SSDs, why do we even still have the classic hard drive? Well, this table here pretty much lays it all out. HDDs are mechanical. They have spinning parts, moving heads, and that makes them slower and a bit more fragile. SSDs, on the other hand, have no moving parts at all, which makes them way faster and much more durable. But, and this is a big but, the HDD has two massive advantages: price and capacity. And this chart right here really drives that point home. When it comes to how much storage you can get for your money, the hard disk drive is still the undisputed champion. It's not even close. You just get way more space for your buck. So that's really the trade-off, right? If you need lightning fast speed for your operating system and the programs you use all the time, an SSD is your best friend.
But if you need to store a gigantic library of photos, videos, or backups without taking out a second mortgage, well, the HDD is still the king.
So, what does all this mean for the future of storage? In a world that's getting faster and moving more and more towards solid-state tech, where does this mechanical workhorse fit in?
So let's just quickly recap. The hard drive is this amazing precision machine that uses spinning platters and magnetism to store our data. And yeah, while it can't match the pure speed of an SSD, its superpower is undeniable, giving us huge amounts of storage for an incredibly low price.
And that is exactly why they are still so important today. For anyone who deals with massive amounts of data, think videographers, photographers, or even just people like you and me who want to back up our entire digital lives, the hard drive is still an absolutely essential and cost-effective tool.
Which, of course, leaves us with the big question. As SSDs get cheaper and their capacities get bigger, is this spinning mechanical marvel eventually headed for a museum exhibit? Or will its unbeatable cost per gigabyte always keep it in the game? It's definitely something to think about the next time you click Save.